Salom aziz o'quvchilar, demak part 2 savollarini ko'rishda davom etamiz va part 2 savollari bugungi mavzuyimiz describe something you do to keep yourself concentrated. Juda ham bir yaxshi mavzu va bir ajoyib bir speech qilmoqchiman. Juda ham qiziq bo'ladi. Nafaqat speechni o'zi, aynan beradigan tavsiyam, qiladigan hozir o'sha ko'rsatib beradigan concentration texnikim juda ham bir foydali bir bo'ladi degan umiddaman. Endi nafaqat o'sha tilni o'rganish borasida, balki aynan o'sha concentrationni ushlash bo'yicha sizlarga yaxshi bir maslahat berib o'taman va speech orqali. Okay, demak describe something you do to keep yourself concentrated, what it is, how often you do it, when you started doing it, why it helped you to concentrate. Ya'ni nima bu, qanchalik qilasiz bu ishni va qachon qilishni boshlagansiz va qanday yordam beradi concentrate qilishga. Mana shu pointlar va undan tashqari boshqa pointlarni ham cover qilishga harakat qilaman albatta. So demak, hamma tayyor bo'lsa, unda men boshlayman. Part 2 daqiqa gapirib berishga harakat qilaman. So I want to share with you the technique that I use and which helped many other students that I have advised doing this. And this technique involves just a piece of paper, and what you do with this piece of paper is just take it and put on top of your head. And it's very easy and useful exercise because it helps you to keep your body posture upright. And I came up with an idea of doing this when I was studying at university. I had to work on my projects. I had to do a lot of things on computer. And once I sit on my chair, I would start leaning like sideways, sometimes on this side and maybe backwards. So it was really difficult to keep my body upright. So I came up with an idea to take a piece of paper and put on top of my head. And this actually helped me a lot to keep focused at the task on hand. So you just place a piece of paper on top of your head and you can start doing whatever you need to do. It might be reading a book, or it might be listening to a podcast. It might be just even writing. You can manage to write even. So it helps you, concentrate on the thing at hand a lot. Because the thing is that when you start doing a task, your brain starts multitasking, starts thinking about your studies, your relationships, the things that you had to buy, the shopping list, and many other things that come to mind, like social media, the message that you have received, and the photo. So there are so many things that your brain starts thinking about. So it starts multitasking. And once you place the piece of paper on top of your head, your brain focuses on just two things: the paper on top of your head and the thing that you're doing at that time. And it actually reduces lots of noise. And also it removes this environment factor, because you wouldn't be paying attention to things that are happening around you. So it's really useful exercise, and it helped me a lot, and hopefully it will help you as well. Definitely I would suggest you trying this technique, because it's worked for me a lot, and hopefully this will work for you as well, because many of my students have tried this and told me that it actually helped them very much to keep focused and concentrated. Okay, that's it. I think I covered all the things that I had to. I just exceeded the 2 minute limit, 2 minute limit. Yeah, 2 minute limit. Sounds similar. Okay, thank you for your attention. Hopefully the advice that I gave is going to be really useful, and you can actually apply this. And there are a few things that I forgot about to say, because I couldn't cover this at the time frame at the time limit. So another additional point that I want to make about this is that you don't have to do it every single time you do something. Of course, you shouldn't be doing. It's not advisable to do this in the public places, like maybe a library or class that you attend. So, because people might misinterpret you, and they might think that you're weird. So you can actually do this at home when you're alone doing your homework, for example. And actually, you don't have to do it all the time. So, for example, now I'm not doing it anymore, because the paper helps you at the initial phase when you're forming the habit. And once you get used to keeping your mind focused on the task, you don't really actually need the paper. Paper is something that helps you at the initial stage. So maybe like you can train for a few months. Once you form the habit, you wouldn't even need the paper. So you just keep doing it without even paper. So it's very useful technique to help you. Hopefully this is going to be useful for you as well. Just try it. Believe me, it's going to work a lot, and you will see a great improvement in your concentration and hopefully in your studies as well. And eventually, this is going to translate into a higher score in terms of Ielts. Okay, this was my advice to you. Of course, I tried to speak fast and cover all the things that I had to talk about, but anyway, I couldn't talk about some points. That this part, the next part, after 2-minute part, was additional part that I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't just squeeze it into 2 minutes. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you in the part 3. Yeah, part 3 ni ham qilishimiz kerak. Mana shu exercise demak juda ham bir foydali, o'zbekcha ham aytib ketayim. Chunki bunga arziydi o'zbekcha aytishga albatta. Demak, mana shu exercise'ni qilib concentrationingizni juda ham bir yaxshi darajaga chiqarib olishingiz mumkin. Buni psixologik uni qanday ishlashi asosiy narsa bu yerda ana shu environmentni cancel qiladi. Ya'ni chunki o'sha boshingizga shu narsani qo'yganingizda juda ham bir o'sha atrofga bo'lgan e'tiboringiz pasayib ketadi. Chunki sizni hayolingiz faqat boshingizda bo'ladi, o'sha boshingizdagi paperda bo'ladi va ana shu diqqatni tashqariga environment, atrofdagi environmentga emas, balki aynan o'sha boshingizdagi narsaga qaratib qo'yadi. Endi boshda ushlab turish bu narsani ko'rmaysiz, shunchaki siz balans ushlab turibsiz xolos. Xo'p, balans ushlab turibsiz, keyin o'sha posture degani gavdani tik tutish. Eng asosiy narsa concentrationda shu narsa. O'quvchilarda ko'raman, ko'pchilarga yotib oladi yoki ne qilib o'tiradi, har xil o'sha gavdasini tik tutish holati kam. Chunki o'sha uyqusiraydi, boshqa bo'ladi har xil faktorlarga ko'ra. Va bu narsa yaxshi emas, yoki o'sha orqaga ketib qolish yoki bunaqasiga o'tirish, mana shu narsa concentrationni buzadigan eng katta faktorlardan biri. Keyin yana bitta narsa bu o'sha ichki olamingizda, ichki dunyoyingizda ham o'sha miya ko'p narsalarni o'ylaydi. O'sha biror bir narsa qilayotganingizda birdaniga qandaydir o'sha social mediadagi qandaydir bir rasm esingizga tushib ketadi yoki yozilgan xabar esingizga tushib ketadi yoki bir bozorlik qilishingiz kerak bo'lgani yoki shopping listingiz esga tushib ketadi. Mana shunaqa narsalarni ham cancel qilib yuboradi. Ya'ni chunki miya polniy fokus tepaga va o'sha qilayotgan ishingizga bo'ladi. Bor-yo'q ikkita narsaga fokus qilasiz xolos. Boshqa paytda bo'lsa juda ko'p narsalarga fokus qilayotgan bo'ladi. O'sha miyani fokusi bo'linib ketadi va qilayotgan ishingizga juda ham kam fokus tushib qoladi. Shuning uchun ana shu bo'linib ketayotgan narsalarni cancel qilish uchun juda ham foydali bo'lgan texnik va oson, hamma qilishi mumkin, ko'p narsa talab qilmaydi. Shuning uchun tavsiya qilaman, albatta bajarib ko'ring, qilib ko'ring va natijasini bizga ayting. Demak, part 3 savollarga o'tamiz endi. Xo'p, demak, part 3 savollariga ham navbat yetib keldi. Concentration mavzusi. Birinchi savolimiz: Can exercise help people improve concentration? Definitely. Now, concentration is energy-intensive activity. It requires energy, and if you don't have energy, you're more likely to lean on your hand or put your head down on the table. You're going to lose this posture, this upright posture. But if you do exercise, you feel energetic, and helps you to keep your posture upright, and helps you to to keep focused on the brain. And there is also a proof that brain functions better when you do exercise. So it's going to analyze things faster. It's able to concentrate for longer time because it's energized, because it has the energy that you got from this exercise. So definitely exercise helps a lot to improve your concentration. What kind of jobs require high concentration at work? But many kinds of jobs where you need to be really focused on the task. If you are, for example, an artist, you're painting a picture, so every single detail is very important, so you have to be really careful. And if you are working in a jewelry, making some jewelry as well, so you have to be really work with very small parts. And people working with numbers like bankers, accountants, also need to be very careful, because they have to make sure that they don't make mistakes when they make calculations with numbers. It's really easy to make a mistake. So of course there are many other professions, but I just tried to mention the ones that came to my mind first. How can we help children stay focused? Now, the first thing that we have to do is to give them tasks that can be done in a short period of time, because children, we know they cannot do something for a long time. So instead of making them study for about an hour, just tell them, if you study for 10 minutes, you're going to have a break when you can play or you can watch your favorite cartoon. So there has to be a reward system as well. So in addition to breaking up the big task into small tasks, it's also important to reward them. So once they accomplish the task, you have to give them something. It might be candy, it might be something that they really like, it might be in the form of letting them watch TV or playing their favorite game. So it has to be, rewarded. So this is how we can help them to keep concentrated. And is it important for children to learn how to concentrate? Definitely, yeah. It's very important for children to start forming this habit from the early age, because concentration is the foundation of all success. And the reason why many people actually do not achieve great success in life is because they cannot keep focused on the task. And as a teacher, I have seen many students who come to my classes and they're not really paying attention. They cannot concentrate on the class. They keep focused on their phones and they keep talking about other things. So it's very important for children to learn to concentrate on studies, of course, at first, and then later they will be able to concentrate at work as well, which will actually lead to success in their career and their personal life as well. Okay, what can employers do to help employees concentrate? Yani employerlar, ish beruvchilar qanday qilib o'sha concentrate qilishiga yordam berish mumkin? So employers should provide noise-free environment, the environment which is free from distractions. It's very important, because if you're disturbed by the noise coming from outside, maybe it would be very difficult for you to concentrate. Also, dividing the workspace as well, so that people have some personal space and they're not distracted by people going around. It's also very important for people to concentrate. Another technique is to set some deadlines to accomplish a certain task. It's also very important. It's also going to work out a lot. So there are many things that employers can do, and I've just mentioned a few of them. Have you ever felt difficult to concentrate? Well, not really. I mean, I can actually boast with my concentration skills, and I mean, it's not really difficult for me to concentrate, but maybe, yeah, if the environment is noise-free, I can concentrate really well. But when there is a music or the TV is on and the sound is very high, it's really difficult for me to concentrate. But if it's noise-free environment, I don't find it difficult. But sometimes, yeah, when I work at home, my kids watch TV, the cartoons, and there's music playing, and at this time I find it difficult to concentrate. And what distractions are bothering you in your life? Yani nima qanaqa distractionlar? Now, the first distraction is social media, of course. I'm not the kind of person who uses social media a lot, and I just have a few accounts. Once I started running online courses, I receive lots of messages from people, prospective students interested in my courses. So I received lots of messages, and I got into the habit of checking my, my account, my messenger a lot, because I'm expecting someone to text me. So I think I should limit the amount of time that I, open my phone, and it's very difficult to get rid of this habit, because once you get used to it, you become addicted to it. It's very difficult to actually shake it off. Well, yeah, this is something that is bothering me in my life. Okay, that's it. Demek mana shu savollardan iborat edi. Demek partiy savollari, demek javoblarni berdim. Hopefully you enjoyed my answers and learned something new. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon. Take care.